Hello and welcome. It's Terry Tiller here from healthandwealth.ca. Thank you for checking in and tuning into this video real quick. I got a few quick things for you here. You know, in the world they say there are three types of people. One is they wonder, one of them makes it happen. That type of person, by the way, in this economy is someone you don't even know exists because they pull the strings of the politicians or in the background scenes, and you may have a hard time believing that, but that's a fact. There are those who watch it happen. That's probably still a very small percentage of the population. Generally, business owners, there's a lot of business owners and a lot of smaller time investors who are kind of watching this. They're feeling a little too uncertain and therefore doing nothing, and they're going to end up under the tidal wave also. And those who wonder what the fuck happened. And those people, you probably know them. You might call them neighbors, friends, family, who knows. We've all got some of those, but absolutely, it's probably what you call them. We all know these people now, don't we? Anyway, I'm getting really excited here because I'm passionate about this stuff. So I got an event coming up this weekend. Let me ask you a few questions though first before I talk about that. One is, do you own any real estate? Do you own any mutual funds? Did you last year and did you lose? Because if you did, this event's for you. This is a no-brainer. There's nothing to think about. End of story. It doesn't need to be sold. Because the people in my network, those who are listening and taking action and jumping on some of these options and opportunities and strategies that we're using, their net worth is going up. It went up last year. It's gone up so far this year, and it will continue to go up even later on into this year. So you know what, there are places and ways to win, but no standard, typical old advice is going to work. Buy, hold, in, pray is dead. No debates about that. No, just to clarify, when I'm talking about our net worth going up in the network, the net worth is going up all the time every month, that is despite what real estate and the stock market are doing. Whether they're going up or down, generally speaking, this is not talking about paper gains. This is despite everything else turning to crap. We're still making money, and it's not paper gains, and it's not like a speculation, like, oh yeah, well I bought this really cheap property, it's foreclosed, so yeah, I'm making money, but you haven't sold it and monetized it yet, so it doesn't mean you made money. Sure, some of you will, but really, that's, you know, counting your eggs before the chickens hatch, or whatever that saying is. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cash in hand, cash in pocket. Come and get some of these for yourself. Honestly, don't you owe it to yourself? What could you possibly be doing better or more important? I don't know. It's really up to you. It's your future. In fact, let me give you an example of what happened in March. March was a particularly fairly good month, but I'll tell you what, there's tons of people in my network of things that have gotten 10 to 20% in March. Cash in their pocket. Not like appreciation on paper that they may or may not cash in someday. Cash in their pocket. In fact, I can show you dozens, maybe even 50 different plays that you could have made that kind of money on. So my question to you is, are you making that kind of money? And if you are, let me know. Send me an email. I want to know what you're doing that's working great so I can introduce it to my people. And if you're not, what the hell are you waiting for when there's all these great options out there? I really don't get it. I don't get it. I'm failing to see it. I don't want to hear about price. There's lots of $2,000 a day seminars. I've gone to many of them. This is about education. Guess what? There's no sales pitches. No major real estate deals that look and smell and feel so great on the surface, and they're warm and fluffy and fuzzy when they're not. There will be no mutual funds. There is no big information product that will solve all of your problems overnight, and there is no $5,000 seminar the following weekend to where you actually get the real goods. None of that stuff. Not happening. Here's what we will be covering at the event. I'm going to go through some news, stats, facts, research. There's a lot of developments. The NWO has got their foot on the accelerator. They're very, very public about it. Rather than just complain about it like most people are, we're looking for solutions and opportunities, looking for the silver lining in the cloud. I am going to cover in good, thorough detail with facts and research, not opinions, which is what you're hearing at every other place you go, opinions. We're going to have facts, stats, and research on real estate, stock market, mutual funds, gold, silver, oil, trends in different countries, the currencies market, the pros and cons of Forex, and all the different things that are happening right now. We're going to talk about how all the different legislations, the G20 summit, the Patriot Act, the seizures, the changing of the guard, the hyperinflation, all these things that affect you. You don't believe that it affects your personal economy just because it hasn't yet. Doesn't mean it does not affect you or that it's not on the way. It does affect you. And you're going to be hurt by it if you're not aware of it. But you can plan and strategize around it, which is exactly what this course is about. And it's not a free seminar. And if you want a free seminar, go somewhere else. I mean, the free seminars, for me, it's kind of like, how's that working for you? Because for starters, you didn't learn that much, and often you're there just for the sales pitch, and that's okay. There's a time and a place for that stuff, but understand what you're getting. How's the positive thinking for you? Are there still weeds in your garden? Positive thinking without action, guys, useless. And with even positive thinking with action, without the right strategy or vehicle, no good. You do the right thing at the wrong time, we get pain. The other thing I want to talk about this event is I'm going to start talking about who you are. If I wrote that in words and brackets and you don't know what that means, you really need to be at the event. I'm going to start painting the road to sovereignty. I can't cover everything in one day. I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of all the different strategies out there. There is none that's a magic bullet. There is no panacea. I've looked in depth and in detail. I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of all of them and start painting the picture of how you can do it and why you want to do it and why it's beneficial and what some of your options really are. So anyway, we're profiting wildly. I want you to come and join us. We really want to see you out on this weekend. There's a guarantee, so there's no risk. Yes, it's a little bit of time, big deal. Think of all the things you squander your time and money on already as is. The list never ends, and you know it. We all do it. We're all guilty of it. So a little bit of time, your money, it's guaranteed. You don't like it, you didn't learn something that was valuable, you didn't learn things you haven't already heard and you're already a master of, quote unquote, I'll give you your cash back on the spot. No big deal. I really don't care. I'm here to educate. Of course I'm going to get paid for the value, but you're paying for the education, not to get sold to. So we will present different options, different strategies, different ways and things you can do, and you choose what fits for you. Many of my clients believe it's the perfect model, and that's why they continue to return over and over again. Go on my website, look at the testimonials. You'll see the people who've listened have made some great money. Those who didn't listen have lost a lot of money, and of course they're now tuning in and listening and getting on the action wagon. So my question is to you is, what will you do? I'm here to help. Remember, I already know this stuff. I'm doing this event to help people. Yeah, I make a few bucks, but get rid of that stupid skeptic on your shoulder, because the only person that's hurting is you. Ignorance is far, far more expensive than education is. And you only need to look at your portfolio in the last 6, 12, 18 months to know the truth about that, and imagine where it goes when the market continues to tumble. Anyway, Terry Tillard, healthandwealth.ca. Come out this Saturday, risk-free. Get on the site, check it out, at least evaluate it properly before you make your decision from the couch. And hope to see you out. Take care. Have a great day.